Hey guys, this is Liam doing a Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth review. So, Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth is essentially a build-up or expansion of an independent expansion of Civilization 5. So the gameplay is very similar. It's actually identical, pretty much, except for there's a few things that have been tweaked. So you can play single player, you can play LAN, you can install mods easily, and then you've got other stuff. So then when you go single player, you can just play with. Actually, you might have to set up game when you go the first time, but once you make a game, you can save it and load it. But let's go set up game. Let's go Mercury, game base standard, map size dwarf. So these all say what they do right off the top. So right, and difficulty, accept, and then once you do that, you get to choose a sponsor, which is the equivalent of a civilization. So I generally go with the ARC. And then once you get better, you can go advanced setup, and then you can choose the different sponsors, and then you can choose all these right off the bat. But I wouldn't go there until you know what you're doing. And then you choose colonists and science, food. So science is science. Food is food. Energy is the equivalent of coins, and health is the equivalent of happiness. And then everything else is the same. So let's go with scientists. And then spacecraft. So these all choose different bonuses for you. So retrograde thrusters, you have a bigger area to choose where you land your first city, and then tectonic scanner, life form scanner. So I'm going tectonic scanner. Then you choose cargo, and so you can go with extra population, one of the beginning technology, a clinic, a soldier unit, and a worker unit. So I'm going to go with pioneering technology. And after that, okay then, I guess I must have pressed the button twice, but you choose a planet after you choose your cargo, and then it goes here. It takes a while to load the first time. So I will just, oh wait, is something gonna happen here, or am I just... Okay, so I'll just skip right ahead to the start of the game. And here we go. Okay, I guess I don't have to do anything. Alright, so as you guys can see, I can choose these different areas. So right off the bat, I'm gonna choose this spot. So, and then right off the bat, it shows you the victory is updated. So as soon as that finishes, you choose production, you choose research, if you haven't already. So I generally go with planetary survey right off the bat. You send your explorer out. You always start with your explorer, no matter what. And then victors. So there are quite a few different victors. So the Promised Land is a pure... Oh yeah, right. So these things up here are affinity. And that's one of the things that have been changed. So where's the tech tree? as you can see, there's little purity, affinity, and supremacy and harmony. So if you research that, you get points towards one of these affinities, and each one of those affinities offers bonuses. So that's supremacy, and they also alter the look of your units and give your units bonuses. And they also alter the look of your leader, or your figurehead. So this, oh yes, and they also have different secret like spy things that they can perform once you get to that level. So if you look on 11, there's a sabotage, and then purity 11 is dirty bomb, so a nuke, and then call worm strike, and worm strike is you call in a siege worm, and 13, okay, and then 13 is the victory for all three. So going back to the map, the different victories. So the Promised Land is the purity victory. So you have to do a bunch of things, and then you have to, like, first thing is you have to launch a laser comm satellite, and eventually you have to build a gate, which brings people onto your planet, like, brings people from Earth to your planet. The Transcendence, what? Okay. Transcendence is harmony, and harmony is you go along with the aliens. Purity is you believe humans can settle anywhere, and supremacy is robots, cyborgs. So transcendence is you have to do a bunch of stuff, and then you create something that connects all the minds of all your people. And then contact is a affinity neutral victory, and you find evidence of a previous civilization, and you have to decode a signal and such. And then domination is your typical domination. You have to destroy all the other civilizations, or conquer all the other players' capitals. And then emancipation is the supremacy, where the supremacy victory, where you have to send X amount of power of troops. So each troop has an amount of power, and the bigger troops have more power, obviously. And you have to send X amount of power back to Earth to take it over. And that is all the victories. And then you get quests as you go along. Right now I have no quests. And eventually, as you go along, more, like, the first 2 turns or so, it's just you. But then other civs start to slowly come into the game. Yes, and there's also resource pods, which have been sent ahead by your sponsor. And they have different things in them. Sometimes science, sometimes culture, sometimes energy. Sometimes, and nuts. Yeah. And then there's the aliens, which are the equivalent of barbarians, except the aliens have C units. And then there's stuff like this, which your explorer units can create an expedition on, and that will get materials or extra production and things like that. So let's take this resource spot. So this one has 15 culture, and I got a quest. So there's parts to a large resource pod instrument have been found in this pod, so that when you finish this quest, you get science. And you have to find 2 resource pods. And then, I'll go there, construct an expedition, and get whatever it is after X amount of turns. And there's another resource pod. Yes, and then you get culture, definitely. 15. With foresight. Oh yeah, and when you get X amount of virtues, so culture, you get a bonus. So synergy bonus for knowledge, and then tier or synergy bonus is just a bonus. So when you get X amount of virtues in one column, you get a bonus, and when you get X amount of virtues in a row, you get a bonus as well. Alright, so this expedition will take 5 turns. So let's start that. And right now, I have no units that aren't doing anything. Oh, and a player landed. Okay. Looks like a player landed. Okay. And then you'll get quest decisions where you have to decide something. So contain, outbreak. So, and then they give you affinity points. So I normally go for purity or supremacy, but this time I'm going for harmony.
Sputnik, Sławiańska Federacja pozdrawiaje Typia.
Okay. Nice. Okay, and see, this is one of the other civilizations.
Sputnik, Sławiańska Federacja pozdrawiaje Typia.
And the trading interface is exactly the same as Civ 5. Alright, well, oh yes, and then the resources are petroleum, geothermal, titanium, xenomass, floatstone, and ferroxite. And the last 3, xenomass, floatstone, and ferroxite, are affinity specific. So if you're going supremacy specific, you want a lot of ferroxite and not so much floatstone. But if you're going purity, you want a lot of floatstone and not so much xenomass. And xenomass is harmony. So, well, supremacy is ferroxite, purity is floatstone, harmony is xenomass, and then the other 3 are just generic resources. And then health, science, shows you how many turns. You've got upgrades. So when you get 1 affinity point, or 1 affinity level of any type, you get that. And then once you get to 6, you get a specific type, you get to branch off. And then there's, well, right now I've only unlocked soldiers, so I can only show you those. And I believe that covers, oh yes, and there's alien nests, which,
all planets
they're nests of aliens, evidently. And they're like barbarian encampments. They spawn, those guys. Okay, this one gave me 16 science. It gave me a boost. And then now I can go for engineering, which will give me combat roving. Okay. I'm going to show you guys the tree. So as you can see, it's a lot different than the Civ 5 tree. And each main tech has leaf technologies. So habitation has pioneering and planetary survey. Computing has autonomous systems and transcendental math. Ecology has geophysics and alien biology. And some of them have more. Okay. Sorry about that. And you can go to war. Oh yes, and there's also orbital units. So orbital units are like, they go up in space, and only certain ranged units can hit them. And it's a special move. It's an anti-orbital strike. And some of them do, like, passive things, such as more energy or clearing out miasma. Other ones do, active things, so you have to activate them, evidently. And those ones are, well, those ones, some of them do damage. Well, let me zoom in right here. Okay, so we've got the, where is it? Wherever it is, it's, Planet Carver. So it's a combat unit,